completely forgot about Hilda.
I think Hilda's also okay here. Either or, it just fits into the style of Nino. Like you mentioned, he prefers just a little bit more damage, right? And I think at least with the Hilda, it's going to make Fabian's life just a little more difficult because we've seen so many teams just punish Fabian and then the rest of Team Liquid ID is kind of left stranded if they want to play their traditional fluid style without that lead. But based on what we're seeing here in the drafts, is Cecilia on the final lock-in for TL? What are you feeling, Lafel? You leading in towards the comp from TLID or Alter Ego?
In terms of simplicity, honestly, Alter Ego has the more straightforward draft, where if you're looking at TLID, the good thing is there's multiple win conditions, but sometimes you have this option paralysis where there's too much for you to think about. They can win off of Bruto by the early game, they can stall it out and let the Sicilian do a lot of work, or let Fabian just split the map and then ending the game, because we've seen him do a backdoor play before. When it comes to what Alter Ego wants, if you see an opportunity, just go in front, kill them, rinse and repeat. Their draft is a little bit more straightforward in that sense.
All right, it's all going to depend on how this early game plays out for either side. Whoever has control, whoever has tempo, will be able to predetermine the next 8 minutes of the game. It's going to be Alter Ego on the blue side up against TLID on the red side here. It's going to be an orange start for Jebe, a mirrored start on the opposite side. Fabian, oh sorry, not a mirrored start, but the same sided start. They want to end up towards the EXP. However, it's not a 2 camp and then buff. It looks like he still wants to end up on the gold side of the map. He's just gonna full clear and then start making his way to end up with Harith for Jebe.
Yeah, and again, this is where we see Nino just really likes damage. He even goes for the thrill. Here on the Hilda, a lot of different options. We see movement speed as an option. We see vitality as an option. But yeah, he wants a little bit more damage. And just to clarify, I feel like Alter Ego is more straightforward because it's a very good team fight comp. And I feel like team fight comps are a bit more straightforward compared to macro-centric comps like TLID.
And with the macro, at least then they can possibly pull out a couple of fake outs. But if Alter Ego has that lead, or they're kind of able to like bulldoze their way through like they did against Blacklist International, it's really difficult to execute with that comp. Even so, now that both junglers hit their level 4, getting ready to actually participate in the upcoming Turtle bout, Yeheskill still is yet to hit his own 4. Same goes for Rondell, so they're making their way over to the EXP side to see if they can cut it off early.
Honestly, if Alter Ego can wait a little bit, let Zico get level 4, that's going to be impactful. Witty is able to get out of that bad situation, but Fabian wants to go in. Dreams is already taking quite a lot of damage, but Witty is going to be first blood. Dreams picking that up for himself.
Really good punish coming in from Jebe. If he was a second too late, it would have been a Shunpo and a free dash out for Witty. With him down, the man advantage is evident. Let's see whether Fabian can get in on this fight, but no, he gets zoned out. That turtle is falling into the hands of Team Liquid.
Yeah, we can see Aran here putting a little bit of pressure, but he is dropping quite a lot of HP. He has to be careful. He needs to save some HP for his own lane, because now looking at Nino, Nino wants to go for Aran, and he gets a kill. Aran made a mistake there, committing when he really didn't have to.
I mean, you called it. He was sacrificing way too much HP, and while all of that happened, Aaron Shiki having to go for an early recall as Highs is able to force him out and even take a River Crab for himself. That's one in the bag here. As we look at the level leads, not too far away, Fabian still maintaining somewhat EXP relevancy to Jebe.
Yeah, but we can see a big difference when it comes to gold. 1,400 here. That team Liquid. Oh! Crazy engaged by Dreams, but looks like a kick coming in from Witty. Manages to counter-engage the initial engage and giving a kill over to Yeheskill. Mwah, chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. A really good, honestly, they slowed down the initial follow-up with the help of the Sanguine Claw, and even so, there was just no time to really react to it. Thank God for Purifies, am I right? Because now we do see the Sacred Beast being popped out early on. Highs, honestly, is not worried at all. He knows that Witty doesn't have the Way of the Dragon, so he doesn't have to do anything crazy in lane just yet.
Yeah, with that one trade, 400 gold-ish, went over to TLID and went to a very good target. So TLID right now is looking pretty good. Looking at the top side, Aran is gonna get ganked by Gebe as well as Nino, but looks like he's surviving so far.
I'm surprised that Nino didn't want to get involved to apply his damage on, but he didn't have his ult. It just came off of cooldown. He really wanted to give Gebe that kill initially, but now Aaron Shiki with double waves, one from mid and one from the bot side of the map, trying to recover the initial damage he took from the early game.
Yeah, Aaron Shiki now having the Hasclaw, you know, now gets the Thunderbelt. Quite big power spikes for both teams, honestly. And looking at the rotation here, Highs wants to be involved in this turtle, or at least get pressure down mid. It's like TLID doesn't have the option to go for this turtle, so Highs probably just wants to get that mid lane.
Yeah, not to mention that at least for Roundel, he's holding on to that Sacred Beast, which is a really good zoning tool. Like, yes, sure, you do a lot of damage, but it pushes people and displaces people from their initial walk-in towards the turtle pit. Even so, Alter Ego still playing to their main win condition. They want to end up towards the bottom side to alleviate pressure and to let Highs just do his thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, Aaron Shiki does have that Purify, so Dreams might have the same thing happen to him. Again, he gets an impressive implosion, but gets cancelled out. Highs was able to get that, so that's good for him. Gebe now, looks like a kick coming in from Weedy, but Dreams, oh my goodness, what a good save! Making sure that his friends stay alive for a long time. Roundel is able to get out of there, and Gebe gets a kill onto Weedy. Both teams look like they were waiting for that team fight to happen.
Oh yeah, they could smell it. Alter Ego found the opportunity, and they knew that they were going to be members from TLID actually rotating towards that side of the map. Nino does sacrifice a tier 1 on the top side, and that's totally fine with them, right? Their main win condition is going to be wherever Highs is on the map, and if they can give Gebe a level lead against Fabian, that's even better.
Well, Gideon, you do like Team Liquid, and this is a big thing. You might like this. Aran goes for a first item, War Axe. So, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm all about it. It does mean that he wants to be able to threaten that backline. He wants to not only sustain, but provide some relevant damage. And I think it's a good idea considering that, you know, Aaron Shiki is going to be a little bit behind overall in terms of picking up his gold, slightly for now. But thanks to these double waves, it's kind of, you know, softened the economic damage that's been applied to him. Even so, I still think that he needs to start building tank sooner rather than later. Ideally, start picking up a Queen's Wings, most likely, and then consider getting an Oracle. Oh,
Nino almost one-shots Fabian. Weedy unable to hit the Jeet Kune Do, but hey, I think if I'm Fabian, I don't care. As long as I'm alive, I'm all good. And now it looks like Gebe is on that turtle. Aran is close, but doesn't look like he has an opportunity to fight anything. Highs goes for Aaron Shiki. Aaron Shiki is getting chunked down. Highs 1v1, and he gets Aaron Shiki. It looks like they want to continue on. Dreams try to push someone away. Weedy, Jeet Kune Do onto 2, but not a good angle for a kick.
You know, it's pretty crazy that we thought initially that Granger was a big issue building up into M6. Obviously, Bruno was going to be a problem, but then they decided, you know what? Harith needed a buff, right? He's able to dash 3 times before that first turret shot connected onto him. Think about that for a moment. Now, tell me he's not busted.
Hey, Killua skin, man.
You're right.
They gotta make sure the Killua skin sells. Right? This is all marketing.
It's true. It's fair. You're seeing past the matrix here. I'm just caught up in the middle of it. Aaron Shiki still, he's trying to scale back up and currently earning the most amount of gold for his team. And he needs to be able to go even against Alter Ego because so far, side lane's having a little bit of issue. The mid lane even for Yehezkiel. Yes, he's building up those stacks, but these team fights are getting harder and harder for him.
Yeah, but hey, Team Liquid ID, they're gonna scale quite well. The Bruno, after getting the Malefic Gun, is gonna deal a significant amount of damage in a very long range. And Fabian 1v1 against Highs, he doesn't want this. He's just like, okay, bro, it's all you. You know what? I'm an assassin. You're technically a gold laner. Not a good matchup for me, apparently.
Yep, it's too much. It's too much to handle. And they also know that Fabian is going to be missing out on his retribution for a short period of time, so they can go for like these easy invades. It will be ready, however, for the upcoming Lord fight. However, it's going to be the Berserker's Fury finished for Aaron Shiki. He's got some decent damage now, but it's not going to be as consistent until we see his next couple of items. For now, Highs, he's trying to pull attention to himself, and just look at the coverage from Alter Ego.
Now, Team Liquid ID, they're in a conundrum. There you go. I use a very big word because they actually need the team fight because they can't let Aaron Shiki and Fabian do it alone. They need some kind of cover. But the thing is, Alter Ego is pretty good at a 5v5 team fight, especially having that Tigreal. So, you know, it's you have a choice to make. You should team fight because your damage dealers need some kind of cover. Oh, speaking of which, Heis! Looks like he's being caught by Fabian, but the follow-up is good, and Dreams catches Fabian. Roundel gets that kill. TLID, good idea. Alter Ego, they saw through it.
Yeah, it was a great response. As soon as Hai started moving down towards, again, taking a pretty dangerous path through the river, that's when Dreams is like, okay, I need to get out of here, right? We don't see where Fabian is. Again, we saw Witty earlier, but then disappeared, and Aran is nowhere to be seen on the map as well, so I might as well cover Highs because this could be an angle for Team Liquid to bounce back into this game because they need to play off of Aaron Shiki and Yehezkill.
Oh, this is, what does CLID do here?
Pray and hope that Alter Ego kind of like dive a little too far forward, right? I think that's the only way that they really botch this up. I mean, to be fair, Dreams does have the implosion, but he doesn't have the flicker. So unless TLID make a reactive play, then it just has to be Alter Ego's overextension.
Dude, Moonton really nerfed Bruno quite a bit. To be fair, he deserved it, but oh, that's a big nerf.
It hurts. Whoa, Witty! Just for the initial.
Oh, Witty gets a kick onto Gabe, and now Gabe looks like he's been caught. Aaron Shiki gets the kill. Witty has been caught. Flicker out, but Roundel gets the kill, and now TLID is good. But Gideon, is it enough?
I think it's worthwhile. I think it's worthwhile. Witty is able to punch up in terms of his economic class. Like, he's hitting junglers here. Gebe does end up dying. They're trading 1-for-1 despite Alter Ego having a pretty significant gold lead. They do end up losing a bit of their blessings on the top side of the map, but still, it works out for them. At least it buys a little bit of time, and it means that this this cover push isn't going to be more devastating than it needs to be and keeps them away from the checkmate angle.
Witty tries to find an angle, but yeah, Alter Ego, the coverage is very, very good. Having the Hilda, having the Tigreal makes it so that even if you catch someone, they can CC you to cancel out your way to Dragon.
Can't really do much about that, right? You're just gonna have to be faster on it, I suppose. It's really, really tough because the follow-up coming in from Team Liquid ID, it's good. It's just they don't have the stats to back it up. We do see, however, the Glowing Wand as well as the Wishing Lantern coming out from Yehezkill. He wants to poke down some of the frontliners coming in from Alter Ego, but with a 5.3k lead in their hands, I think that Team Liquid ID is definitely going to need at least 5 minutes worth of time to buy against Alter Ego if they truly want to come back into this game.
I mean, let me tell you, Gideon, if Aaron Shiki can build a Malefic Gun and a Malefic Roar, I'm pretty sure he would do it because the front lines of Alter Ego is just a little bit too much. Hai is now having the Divine Glaive. Holy Crystal, Divine Glaive. If I'm Witty or Aran, I'd be like, I'm not feeling good.
Yep. And not to mention that they're already, like, behind building up MR items in the first place, so even if they do, it's not going to feel that great. For now, we're seeing that Yehezkill getting some good chunks again. Oh no, he's in so much trouble. He gets blasted down. Rondell finds the initial kill as Witty tries to peel back, but it's just too late. With so many people just running at him, the aggressive play from Yehezkill ends up costing him his life.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to bait out Heis, which Heis took the bait. Witty used the Way of the Dragon onto Heis. The Purify is a spell, and Purify is such a good spell. Immediately nullify one of the key features of a hero. Heis is an absolute monster. He's just 102, but that is a very good 102.
It really is. He is so consistent. We haven't seen him make too many mistakes, and even when push comes to shove, he has shown that he can clutch as well. In the meantime, at least Aaron Shiki was able to secure their own orange buff, but this next Lord guarantees at least one inhibitor. Let's see the damage from Alter Ego.
Yep, Lord pushing in. The mid inhibitor looks like it's gonna get taken down. All three lanes are pushing. Very good wave management coming in from Alter Ego, maximizing this Lord, and now they're looking at the top inhibitor. Weedy already uses the conceal. He's able to get Gabe. Oh my god! He just freezes it out, and now Weedy gets taken down by Haas. Aaron Shiki, he gets destroyed. Double kill by Haas. 3 members of TLID is alive. Aran looks like he's gonna be the next one to fall. Fabian has to leave the premises, and now 2 inhibitors are down. Oh, Aran goes on to Rondo as well as Nino, but the cover up, Fabian is taking way too much damage. Aran gets taken down by Highs, and now Alter Ego, they just have to go up against 2.
And they do it though. Again, both of them very short range, and they're going to call it off. They've done enough damage against Team Liquid's side. They missed their opportunity as Highs was just tanking just too many shots coming in from the Crystal at the very end there. Had Highs survived a little bit longer, should have been able to close out this game, but Team Liquid are given another opportunity to try and bounce back at the cost of 2 of their inhibitors. Man, it's funny that JMA would just literally looked at Witty and told him, yo, chill out, bro. Don't even try. And Dreams was able to respond perfectly to it.
This is the perfect opportunity to talk about the nerfs onto Bruno, where they nerf his range, but they also nerf the Malefic gun range. Like, one of the strongest thing about Bruno, the damage is good, but more importantly, he can attack from so far away that he's practically untouchable. But we saw in that trade where if he wants to deal damage, he has to get into the range of that Harif. And the burst damage with the Holy Crystal, with the Divine Glaive, is just too much. That's a big nerf for Bruno, where the strongest thing about him is that he has amazing range. And now that's gone.
I mean, they really stripped him away of what made him pretty strong, other than just being a crit-based marksman. And at this point, Alter Ego, they position themselves on the opposite side, trying to make a hard read onto Team Liquid ID, as now the Blitz comes on through for TL. They steal away the Lord, faking out Alter Ego, as Alter Ego are scrambling and finding anything they can to deny the initial push. Nino gets chunked out, and we do see that a flicker comes out from Dreams to scout out the rest. They only find 1, but this was such an important steal. Aaron Shiki more than happy to die, but he's gonna take Rondell with him to outplays 1, but can't outplay 4, as Alter Ego lose their opportunity to end the game, as Team Liquid has bought themselves another 4 minutes in this game.
Again, we talked about this before the game even starts. Alter Ego is more of that team fighting, and Team Liquid ID is playing more macro-centric, and they made the read that, okay, Alter Ego's nowhere close. We can get this. Oh, but looks like they're setting up something cheeky here, Gideon.
Oh, they want it. Oh, Weedy is going to get pushed first initially after the conceal. Still can't find the right target, as Highs is able to blow him up instantly. Hezkill Fabian, unfortunately, sitting there watching. They can't do much about that. They don't want to be giving their lives, especially 16 minutes into the game. You can see that the death timer's breaking into the 30s and soon to be the 40s.
My professional analysis here is that Alter Ego can see the future, because they completely read that Weedy wants to get onto them, because Kevin's reaction was very quick to see where the choke came in, and then immediately pushes him back and then deals the damage onto him. Like, of course, it's an exaggeration to say that they saw the future. They just see the silhouette of the Cho, but still, that was an impressive read. They were ready for any kind of situation.
They're trying to maintain this optimal distance against Team Liquid ID, right? There are invisible lines of which they are playing around to make sure that if they overextend those boundaries, Alter Ego can find the initial punish, and if Team Liquid ID are outside of it, then they are able to apply pressure in other areas. But even so, I think that Team Liquid, they have bought exactly what we were looking for. 5 minutes worth of time. And now that Aaron Shiki is finally scaled up into this upcoming fight, he's going to have some very relevant damage. And the same can be said about Yehezkill.
I feel like now Aaron Shiki, he needs to make a decision where I kind of feel like soon he will sell his boots. And then he has 2 item options, whether to go for the Rose Gold Meteor or for the Athena Shield, because the damage coming in from Rondo as well as Highs is very, very strong. If you build Athena Shield, you can last much longer in the fight, for sure. But if you have the Rose Gold Meteor, you have some tankiness, but you have a little bit more damage and lifesteal as well. So This is all on him. Both are good options, but which one does he prefer?
I think it's gonna be the rose gold, right? Knowing Aaron Cheeky, the way how greedy he is, and the way that he has the mechanics to try and outplay his opponent is, I think the more damage, the better. It gives him more opportunities to punish Alter Ego. Not to mention the changes to rose gold as well allows him to get a little bit more extra defense based on the amount of lifesteal he has. And even so, TLID looking to apply pressure, pushing Alter Ego back, testing the waters to see where their positions could be. As they do so, Nino on the opposite side. Wait, hold on. Heiz is really split off from the rest of the team here.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be there, so Dreams came in, and hold on, Weedy wants to get someone. They managed to get Roundel, but Weedy was the first down to go down. Aron immediately gets Roundel, but now Aron has nowhere to go. Fabian, a lot of damage. Aron still survives, and he manages to get out. Gebe is gonna get eliminated. Gideon, what happened? TLID almost got a wipeout.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well played, Aron, finding a huge chunk of damage towards not only Dreams, but specifically Roundel, isolating him all by himself and managing to survive the fight because the follow-up from TLID was there. Heiz is gonna try his best to outplay it, but he gets one shot here as Aaron Cheeky with the Winter Crown dodges the damage. They scaled up, they bought the time that they need, and Team Liquid ID find an incredible fight thanks to the play of Aron.
Gideon, you know how